The most common components you probably have hooked up to your television at home would include a DVD player or a Blu-ray, perhaps even an older VCR, some game systems, and your cable or satellite box. But there are some really good reasons why you might want to hook up a computer to your television. Perhaps you've upgraded your computer, so you have an old computer lying around the house you're not quite sure what to do with. Or perhaps instead of buying an extra DVD player, you'd rather just hook up that computer. The computers generally have a DVD player right in them. You could also surf the web on a bigger screen, watch videos on YouTube, or even play computer games. So we're going to hook up a computer to a television. We'll be following the same steps we followed before. First, to look at both our television and our computer to see what types of inputs they have, choosing the cables that will run between them, plugging everything in, and then using the input button on the remote control to select our computer. First, let's look at our television. This is a newer flat screen model, so we have a lot of input choices here, including ones specifically made just for a computer, a VGA and an audio input. There's also an HDMI input, and there are the RCA and video component hookups as well. Your television may have completely different hookups, but that's okay. We can make it work. Next, we're going to look at the computer. I have a laptop here, but they would be exactly the same if you were using a tower computer. On this computer, I do have a VGA hookup. A VGA wire looks like this. You've probably seen it before on your desk, running from your computer to the monitor or the screen that's on your computer. We'll hook this into our computer and then into our television set. If our television did not have this type of hookup, we would need a converter. Or in fact, if you have an Apple computer instead, you'll notice that there are no VGA hookups. Apple sells a little DVI converter that I can plug my little DVI converter into the VGA. And then I'll plug this DVI into my computer. So far for this hookup, we're using one converter over here. If our television did not have VGA, we would be using two converters. So now I'll just plug this right into my television. Now take note that a VGA cable is transmitting video or picture only. It is not transmitting sound. If you would like sound to be coming out of your television set, you'll also need an audio cable. This small green cable is an audio cable, the same type that might be running from your computer to your speakers. So I'll simply plug this right into the headphone jack on my computer and then into the audio port on the television set. My inputs are all done. Finally, my last step is to turn the television on, and I would choose the input button. I see here it came up automatically. If it didn't, I could go to the input button and toggle among all of these things: TV, AV, VGA, or HDMI. We'll run the VGA input here, and you'll notice anything I do here on the screen is going to automatically happen here on the screen. So that's quite simply how to hook up a computer to your television.